Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 69. The album that we'll be reviewing today is Q-Tip's solo debut album, Amplified, released in 1999. For those who don't know who Q-Tip is, Q-Tip, he's an MC from Queens, New York. He's better known as the lead rapper of the legendary classic group Tribe Called Quest. They made timeless music. Their music is like legendary. It's just timeless classic music, you know. You got to start with the Jungle Brothers back in the late 80s. You got put on by them. And then, that's when they started the whole native tongues movement. People like De La Soul, Black Sheep, Tribe themselves, Beat Nuts, Chi Ali, people like that. Even like Mos Def and, Talib Kweli, even though they're like in the later movements, like they were like more affiliates of the native tongues. But anyways, everybody, like I said, everybody knows about Q-Tip and Tribe Called Quest. They put out, at the time they put out 5 albums, and to this day they only had released 5 albums. The last album they released was back in 1998 called The Love Movement. After that they broke up, and everybody was devastated, because such a great group was gonna break up and shit. And then a year later he had released this album, Amplified, released in '99. Let's get into the album. This is what the album looks like, Amplified. See, Q-Tip with the fucking fur coat, which is something different. It's not something you expect from Q-Tip. That's what the CD looks like, the actual CD. Open it up. That's what the CD looks like. That's what the insert looks like. It's pretty much telling the captions here is just saying thank you God or Allah, cause he's Muslim and shit like that. Just telling if it wasn't for him, none of this would be possible. Just giving you that. You see Q-Tip chilling right here. As you can see, his hair was different back then. He had like the more neo soul, kind of like Maxwell look going on for him. Cause that was in back in the day, back when neo soul was like in. Open it up. See the credits, the album credits. See Q-Tip right here chilling, just lounging. They see Q-Tip here, just posing. You know what I mean? And you see, like I said, Q-Tip just chilling right here, whatever. Production is done by 3 people. JD, aka J Dilla, rest in peace. Q-Tip himself, and DJ Scratch of DJ Scratch, also known as DJ Scratchator, who used to be a DJ for EPMD, made beats for EPMD, Busta Rhymes, which in my opinion, DJ Scratch gave Busta Rhymes his sound, kind of formed his sound, you know what I mean? And I feel like DJ Scratch is very underrated as a producer and a DJ, and I feel like he deserves a lot more credit. Anyways, like I said, those are the 3 producers. JD, he does most of the beats. He does most of the beats. DJ Scratch does like 2 beats, and Q-Tip, I would say he co-produces songs that he did for that J Dilla produced. He was just contribute. While I was reading up, I was doing research on this album. He was saying Q-Tip would add a snare or a kick or a bass line for one of the beats and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool. Singles album was known for. There's 3 singles off the album. Breathe and Stop, which was a single. Let's Ride, which was more like a lesser known single, but there was a video for it. I'll post down the videos in the description box like I always do. And the Vibrant Thing, which in my opinion, I hate that fucking song, but the video, the video makes up for it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Alright. Like I said, production done by DJ Scratch, Q-Tip, and JD, or J Dilla himself. Alright. Get into the first song, Wait Up. It was okay, like I said. Oh, and that's another thing too, with this album, don't expect Q-Tip from the Midnight Marauder days or from his Tribe days. You're not gonna get that with this album. You're gonna get more it's a different Q-Tip. Like it's not the Q-Tip that you know that he's known for, like the conscious MC. With this album, like it's a complete, like when you listen to it, he's like a complete different artist. Like with this album, like it's like a lot more sex-oriented rhymes, which you're not really used to the Q-Tip. Yeah, he made songs about girls, but it was like kind of like on some like, I don't know. It's like shit that we could relate to. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's like the rhymes is like more like I fuck you, I fuck every girl type shit. You know what I mean? Like braggadocio type shit. And that's what the whole album is based on. It's a lot of sex oriented rhymes, which is kind of like not a con, but it is a con, but it's not a con. Depends how you take it. Wait Up I thought was okay. I don't know. I wasn't really crazy about that. Second track, Heir. Like I said, another thing with this album, like it's kind of going for the more commercial sound, the more commercial route. So that's what kind of bothered me with this album. Heir was I guess alright. Breathe and Stop I do like. I feel like that song should have been the first track of the album. Kind of like, I guess, give you the vibe of the album in a sense. Breathe and Stop, which was produced by Jay Dilla. Pretty dope. Moving With You, I thought was okay. Whatever. Let's Ride. I actually like that song a lot. There's a video for that. I'll post on the description box for that. That's actually pretty cool. That song I could kind of sense that, I don't know. It's a traditional Jay Dilla from the late '90s kind of track, And what's different about this album, JD, like if you know about JD, you would know that his beats are like more like, especially back in the late '90s, early, like I would say from the mid to late '90s. His beats were like more atmospheric, it's more soulful. If you guys know about JD, I'm talking about like Lab Cabin California for Far Side, or Slum Village, like their earlier shit. You know what I mean? Let's Ride, I could kind of see that being on like a Slum Village album. It just has that vibe to it. The next track, Things You Do, that's a pretty dope song. I like that too. I could kind of see that being on like the Love Movement album, Tribe's last album, which I felt like it was a decent album. All In was kind of whatever. Go Hard was alright. It was decent. I think Go Hard was produced by DJ Scratch, I want to say. Let me check in the description box. Sorry about that. No, it's not. What's the song that was produced by JD or DJ Scratch? Oh, Do It was produced by DJ Scratch, the third song. I thought that was okay. It was kind of weak in my opinion, especially for a DJ Scratch beat. Like I said, yeah, let me get back. Do It was okay, whatever. Vibrant Thing, which I fucking hate that song to this day. But you know what? I would rather listen to that on the club today than compared to music today. Cause music in the club nowadays fucking suck. I don't like that shit. But Vibrant Thing, the video for that shit, the women in that video, yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen the video. But Hype Williams did his thing in that video. He gets props from me. Next track, NT featuring Busta Rhymes. That was produced by DJ Scratch. I love that. I love the beat for that shit. Q-Tip fucking kills that shit. The beat, I could see that being on Busta Rhymes' third album, Extinction Level Event, which came out back in '98, a year prior to this album being out, whatever. End of Time, and the last song, End of Time, featuring Korn. That was kind of a weird track. I like Korn, but I don't. It was kind of risky. It's kind of experimental. It's kind of an experimental type of track. I don't know. It was alright. It wasn't the best. I can see why Q-Tip would try to do a track like that, but it just wasn't him. And with End of Time, it's a bonus track that was featured with it as well. It's called Do It, See It, Be It, I think it's called. Let me check Yeah, do it, see it, be it. That song was alright too. It wasn't like all that. Overall, this song was okay. It's not his best album. It's not his worst. I kind of feel like this song, if this song had came out maybe like a couple years later, I think it would have been a lot better. Just because of the production, I think the production and some of the sex rhymes can be like overbearing in a sense. I don't know. It just wasn't Q-Tip that I know that I grew up listening to. Um, would I buy it? If you're gonna buy it, I would buy it used or whatever. Or if you get it for cheap, whatever. I wouldn't spend. Excuse me. I wouldn't spend a whole bunch of money on this album. If you're a Tribe fan, then I would buy this album just to have in a collection. I would say this album was a lot better than Five's solo album, the Ventilation the LP, which came out back in 2000, which was fucking horrendous. I was very disappointed with that album. But yeah, if this album had came out back in like 96, 97, or even 95, I think this album would have been a lot more successful, because I think he came out with this album a little bit too late, because at the time, like, Q-Tip, Tribe Called Quest had just broken up like a year prior, back in 98. People was devastated, and people are not used to hearing Q-Tip by himself. Although he did do like solo tracks back in the day, or he did solo tracks like on he did like features on other people's tracks, and he sounded good. But I don't know, man. Like, he sounds better with Tribe, with some Ali Shahi Muhammad production or Q-Tip's production as well. I don't know. I was a little bit disappointed with this album. Like, it was okay, but it wasn't the best. I wouldn't consider this a classic. Like I said, if you're a Q-Tip fan or if you're a Tribe fan, I would buy this just to I guess, complete the discography of the Tribe. But yeah, like I said, if you're a Tribe fan, pick it up. If not, don't pick it up. I don't know. I just gonna be a little bit better. This came out a little bit too late, in my opinion. That's it. Let me know what you guys think. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll try to post more videos. All right. Peace.